Hey, what's going on, everyone? Happy Saturday, right? It is Saturday. Yes. Happy Saturday to you. I hope you had a great week and that you're having a great start to your weekend. Wanted to come on today. I was thinking I've been talking with a friend of mine, a fellow consultant, and we're going through some things. And I was thinking about goals because he had asked me about my goal, and that got me to think and kind of looking at restructuring my goal. Now, the goal doesn't necessarily change the end result, but the restructuring of it does, because when we're going after our goals, we've got to get emotionally involved. We've got to be emotionally involved with our goals. And when I first learned through studying this stuff, excuse me, that you need to set these big huge goals and that you can have whatever you want. I set some huge goals. However, during the time was when my life was in turmoil. I mean, there was a lot of different things going on in my life. My income had stopped. um, Gianna, my daughter, when she was born, had some health issues that we were dealing with. um, you know we had a money pit house that we were trying to fix up, and this was right when the you know everything in the market housing market flipped, so we were just upside down. I mean, you name it. And here I'm setting this big huge goal, but I'm not getting emotionally involved with it because I'm emotionally involved with the lack, the limitation, the worry, the doubt, the fear, everything that's going on. So it's good to set big goals, but we also have to look at what are the goals that are going to reach us there, right? We've got all these checkpoints, and I think a lot of people fail to talk about those or recognize those. There's different schools of thought on setting goals. Now, I do believe that we should have a big, huge goal, but what happens if you go after that goal and you're trying and trying again and again and you keep failing at it? What you're doing is you're practicing at failing, essentially. Um, and why don't we just practice at something that's more achievable? So if we look at our goal as being something that is the top of this mountain, it's this huge mountain. Well, if you're going to climb a mountain, you're going to have certain goal points along your route that you've got to get here to base camp. You've got to get, the next day you're going to make it this far, etc. You're not just going to the top. Now, you know that the focus is the top and that's the main goal, but you've got little checkpoint goals along the way. And some people, they want to climb their mountain, but they haven't even thought about what camping gear they need, what climbing gear, the tools they need, uh, backpacks, tents, all of that, all of the necessities that they're going to need. So we want to look at starting our goal and building this big goal. We want the big goal. We want to fantasize. We want that C-type goal that I've talked about before. We don't want to go after the, what we know we can do or what we think we can do. We want to go after what we want, right? You want to go after what you want. But if we figure out, or once we figure out what we want, then we want to look and see what are those checkpoints, what are those little goals that are along the way. And as we then start to go after those little goals and we start to succeed at those little goals that are all in line of what we want to get, right? Then the bigger one doesn't seem as bad as we move forward and we start to become familiar with succeeding in achieving our goals. And we have all of these wins and we celebrate these wins instead of somebody just focusing on the big goal and not getting there soon enough. That goal stays in mind. That's the North Star that we're shooting for. Now, what's the first thing that we have to do? We could even reverse engineer it and look at what happens right before that. And we want to always be thinking, acting, talking, walking, being the person that's at that North Star, because that's going to become familiar too as we move along. But we get comfortable with our successes as the smaller ones are achieved, and then the bigger ones start to follow. And of course, if you can enjoy succeeding at going after the bigger one right away, then go for it. But I think we need to have those little checkpoints. So we're coming to the end of the year. Um, Before you know it, I mean, it's December 2nd. We're in the last month. So, in thinking about these goals, and because I'm going through the process myself of looking at my checkpoints, so to say, I was thinking, maybe I should do I don't know, doing a class or a workshop at the end of the month about goal setting and achieving, so we can get properly set goals and then actually have a plan to achieve those goals. I don't know. I'm still thinking about it. I don't know if it would be a workshop or a master class. Maybe I'll do like a 3-day event. Let me look at the calendar. Like either that Friday, Saturday, or Friday, Saturday, and Sunday before the new year. I mean, that would actually be a really good time. I'm curious to know what you think. I'm curious to know if I had something like that set up, would that be something that you would be interested in doing? How would it feel if you could start the year off knowing exactly what you wanted to do, what you were going to do, and then you could hit the ground running hard instead of just setting resolutions, which have been shown statistically that nobody achieves their resolutions. I shouldn't say nobody, but the majority of people that set resolutions, they're gone within days. But if we have a goal that we're going after, and you have a goal, we're not doing it on New Year's, you're going into the new year already knowing what you want. You can hit the ground running. I'm curious if that's something that you would want to do. Let me know in the comments, and I'll keep you posted. The more I'm thinking about this as I'm talking with you, that might be a really good idea. I think I might do that. I'm going to look into that. So I'll keep you posted. Let me know in the comments. I will look back at this, and I'm going to do some more thinking on this to see what it would entail and what I could share with you that would be the most beneficial and get you really going with the new year as we hit 2024. So that's it for today. I hope you got value out of this, and like and share. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday. I am out to probably shovel the driveway because it's been snowing here in Montana. I really don't want to, but it's got to get done. So, yeah, you guys have a great, wonderful Saturday. I will see you tomorrow at some point. And yeah, peace. God bless.